let's get to work on iHog. So what I was working on last time was the sizes and getting the sizes to work. So like in here, oops. So in here, what we can do is back. So right now it's not listening still to sizes. I thought I had gotten it to listen to sizes, but apparently I was wrong. It listens to sizes over here perfectly fine, but in here, in this view, it does not. So that's what I'm gonna work on today. So let's do it. So these are playback objects. So I just need to make sure that I'm listening to the right thing, which I'm not. So we got some Christmas music on in the background because it's December, and even though it's my birthday, we still got to be festive and have that Christmas going. Which is great. Let's see. I'm just trying to figure out where size is at button size palette. And button size palette is an int. So why doesn't it change? Let's see. Because like maybe it's just not hooked up correctly in the edit. Excuse me. Ooh. Okay, so it's 3, which 3 would be 0, 1, 2, 3, extra large. Okay, so let's go into object settings or show settings, right? Yeah. Why? Okay, so like last time I talked about the greatness of doing marked because it showed in my mini map, and now it's not showing in my mini map. Specifically group size. Well, if you're not going to show in the mini map, I see. I guess that's cool. I don't know. Button size palette is in, we keep that. Oh, in 1 to 5. No, that's right. Okay. Well, I'm reading off the group, right? First, is that what I'm doing first? Button size group. Okay. Maybe it's at two. Nope. Okay. Well, the mini map isn't helpful then. Nope. Okay. I just want to try one more time. To see if it worked. And it didn't, which is fine. I mean, group. Button size group. And this reads off button size. Oh, these are all palettes. Well, that would be the issue. Group. Well, it helps if I use the right variable. If I don't use the right variable, then that's like the major issue here. So we're gonna hit back. Play back. No, just go into new show. Oh look, they're all working now. Look at that. Okay. Awesome. So that works. Let me make sure palettes are working correctly now. So dumb. Sometimes. And that should say default button color. But that's fine. So those are small, medium. Oh, so small can really have 4 across and be fine. Well, it depends on the size, of course. Great. New show. Medium's working fine. Medium really should only have 2 across. Okay, awesome. Great. I'm like when things work. Where's my phone real quick? Here it is. Okay, so we have that's done there. That listens now. Those listen. Great. I'm so glad things listen. Did I have an error for that? No. Okay. But I am gonna commit it still. So Command Option C is what I need to push from now on. But I think that brings up another thing, so I have to figure that out. I have to change Alfred, I think. Fix an issue where groups were listening to palette defaults. Okay. Cool. So I think this is what I was working on last was yeah, this looks right. So we're trying to figure out how to fix. So we're going to check the horizontal size class and then check user settings for each size because we're going to have separate, depending on what the user size, what the class size is, we might have separate, depending on the length of, or depending on the width, that's going to depend on how, depending on the width, it is going to change how many buttons we can have across, but it also depends on the size of the button. So like, obviously you can't have as many small buttons. You can't have as many extra large buttons as you can small buttons. So it's a fun challenge here. It. Also, I don't know why it's like clipping like that. Like it shouldn't. Okay. I don't need to get palette off buttons across. Oh, I see. Okay, so maybe we can do okay, so we're gonna set the max buttons here. And then we are going to... Okay, so I think what I figured out yesterday was probably that we can... First off, I need to get the horizontal size classes. I have it written down slightly here that we can have certain, based on your width, you can have certain maxes of sizes. So that's what this is. That's what that is there. I think those are all right numbers as we're just coming up with my head if that was right. So let's see what I can do there. There we go. Okay. So we have not got, yes, we have our horizontal size class. Okay. Set max buttons. I mean, really, just like once you get onto the screen, no, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't at the same time. Um. Well, actually, it does make sense to change this app storage thing here, because then it's not gonna matter like what you set anyway, because like it really just shouldn't show those options and just have a it's like, do I override, like, I mean, the user might not care, but I care, and that's what matters. Let's do well, we're for sure gonna switch on the horizontal size class dot compact set palette buttons, set group buttons, print group. And you know what? Oh, fonts. We'll actually do this fun of buttons across palette equals 1. Buttons across group equals 4. And that way I can just really quickly and easily tell the difference between compact, regular, like depending on which one I'm troubleshooting for right now. Oh, but I didn't actually say, okay, that's fine. Set max buttons, there we go. Back, new show. All right, so we know we have a compact, I think. I realize this doesn't work unless I do it to everything. Okay, so I'm in a Pro Max. Did I not write down? I don't think I did. Okay, so a max is horizontal regular. Sorry, I'm trying to write these down and I think I'm gonna... You know what? I can, instead of writing it down and breaking everything and all that kind of stuff, let's just open a text edit, I guess. So here and actually I completely lied. I don't like using text edit whatsoever. Delete. Atom. I started using Atom in just because I like to keep, or I want to keep VS Code and what's its butt. I want to keep VS Code and for work only, and then use something else on my Mac just for it to be like a little bit more of like a context switch for me. So horizontal size classes and devices. So dot compact. Oops. Dot compact devices. 12 Pro Max. I'm gonna guess every type of iPhone is a 12 Pro will do it. But I should probably figure it out. Can I not? Oh, it didn't want to do it early yesterday. I don't know why, but it didn't. That's different. Where is it? There it is. Yeah. And this was 11 Pro, I think. Or 11. I'm gonna assume all the phones are compact horizontal. The only thing that I wouldn't assume is horizontal. And this is where it's gonna bite me, is I don't check on rotation. On up here's wouldn't check on rotation. See, like, yeah. Dot regular. 12 Pro Max, horizontal. Notes. Class. I don't want. Into iCloud. It's fine. Size classes. .nd. There we go, and we have some stuff now. Great. Okay, so the issue is that's not going to check on rotation, which I guess is fine. I don't know. Actually, I do know. Int. And what we want to do is instead of buttons across palette, we will do Get all. Oops. Nope, that's still not happy. And it's gonna be edit. Get all get max button size. Whoops, there we go, Command B. All right, and this is groups. So in here, the first number integer array of 2. First number is first index is palettes. No, is groups. Second index is palettes. Why do I do this? Because I'm gonna at some point forget completely what I'm doing. So this is palettes here. Okay. And then what this is gonna allow me to do though, 0 here, is what'll happen is now it should rotate and change based on how it's rotating. Okay, so let's hit back, go into new show, and if I rotate, haha, now it changes. Sweet. Yay. I love when things work like this. It's great. Okay. Oh, no. I don't think that's a me bug. I think that's a simulator bug. Like, why does it matter what way I'm rotating from? It shouldn't, as long as it, you know, rotates. Like, it definitely shouldn't matter which way I'm gonna rotate. All right, so let's continue trying to actually set these. All right, so actually, this is actually a perfect one to work with. So we have 5 going across there. I bet you if I change that to extra large, it's still not going to look good with 5. But it would on a stupid iPad. Yeah, see? But it would look fine probably on an iPad. Let's go check. It's great. I can go check these things. Let's just go super large and see what happens. I hope everyone's having a good day out there and is enjoying watching some Swift stuff happen. Yeah, just trying to get this like in a workable state again. There's still a couple things I have to do here. Boom. That should be a bit easier to see now. We have encoder wheels. I took that off of V2.0 because I have to figure that stuff out more so in Hog itself, like how I want to do that in Hog. Add show. Go back. Add a show for me. Add show here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back. Can I make it go X and Y at the same time? Oh, well. It actually is barely happy. I mean, what if I just don't give options for how many you can have across and I just make it like based on the size, like however many you have. Like we just try to fill. I don't know. I mean, I think that would probably work pretty darn well. But I don't know completely. Or, hear me out. Instead of doing max and min, and I'm spending all this time doing it, what I could do instead is I could figure out how to make it go X and Y, like down and across. And that way, when you swiped across, you could still get all 5, no matter what device you were on, no matter how many things you had. And this might all be for nothing. Let's see. Oh, because I have each grid item. I might not like it, but let's see. You can specify both axes at the same time using dot horizontal. Oh. Let's see. I don't know. It might be awful. Let's see what happens. Oh. I mean, I don't know how to change that. I know. I quit. That was my fault. My computer is getting super duper hot and let's see. Oh, it's just all kinds of. Okay, so now it's like all grouped together, and I mean, that's definitely not what I need. What is going on here? Not outlined, color is blue. I guess because like spacing isn't going, I don't. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. And still the same. What if we just don't? New show. Oh man, it's even worse now. I just got closer together. Awesome. Okay, so what is my button sizes are well, okay, so it'll only ever be 200. And the minimum will only ever be 50. Columns is get columns. I is less than buttons across. Columns dot append. So then it adds a grid item for every buttons across. And then we have spacing here. Oh, I don't really care about line spacing. Lazy V grid, I think is what it is there. I have a for each in there. Okay, so in here we have. Sorry, I know it takes a little bit of. Oh, no more music. Why did the music go away? Did I already play through it all? Dang. Okay. Let's get some new music. Music. I've been like really digging the Christmas music lately. Genre moods, maybe? No, albums. Modern Christmas. I don't know what this one sounds like, so this might either be good or it might be bad. Let's listen. If not, that's always a go-to. We always run out of it. Today is probably gonna be lots of going in and out of it. Sorry, I'm just trying to see what all this is. See, there is a spacing option. So under lazy V grid, let's see what, I might not like this, y'all. But there's sound effects for Christmas times. Well, that's fun. Let's do we'll just do lo-fi Christmas. I really like this, and I guess at some point we'll find similar. Bum, 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 bum. I don't even know, like I mean, it's just the items themselves are not going. I mean, definitely spaced out more, but like, is it like... Do I even need to put it in a scroll view? I would guess so, because this has... Okay, like, I mean, it definitely looks... Okay, that does the same thing, and when it's squished, it doesn't go off the bounds. I didn't expect this to be this hard. That's great. Sorry, I'm trying to think of what to do now, because, well, it's not working, and I guess I could just go back and, you know, actually just set another max. What if I change this max to like 400? Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I mean, I could also just make the button smaller. I mean, just changing it to 50, like smaller, is totally fine. And we get 5 across there. All right, I think my answer to that was just make it smaller. And it's only going to be a vertical, like, scroll. So apparently my answer to my question on how do I get things, you know, better on the screen was to just make them smaller. Making them smaller is always, you know, an option. Well, not always, but it's usually an option. And it looks great on this screen. I bet it'll even look better on, I know, it got like, quitting terminates the program. Who would have thought that completely quitting or closing a simulator would cause the program to crash? Yeah, who would have thought that? You know what? So I'm thinking that sometime soon I'm gonna start figuring out how to get some text in the black bars above and below like my screen. And I think it might be fun to put in like lines of code and little stats like that, like number of commits and stuff like that in the stream. I have to figure out how to do that with the app I'm using, but that's okay. Oh, check that out. Gonna rotate. It's a little bit better, obviously. I think I'm gonna go towards, oh, and because I put this like 400. Okay. Can we save? Okay. So I'm still having that issue of overlaps just not working how I want it to work. So I need to fix that a little bit. But that should be doable. There should be some fun things in chat. Like if you want to like go to the GitHub repo I'm working on, I believe it's !working. They should either be on my Twitch page or on the YouTube description. Let's go check real quick. But I think it's like !working, and that should give you the that should give you like what I'm working on and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm super like not in a good place right here because, you know, there's way too much stuff. Also, like, that's not good. Like this screen here. Why did Why is that happening? Okay. But anyway, let's focus one problem at a time. And that way I don't lose track of that issue. I'm gonna go ahead and log this in GitHub. iPhone 12 Pro Max rotated horizontal does not look right. Horizontal does not have proper layout. The layout for 12 Pro Max horizontal does not show show object, does not show objects correct, show object layout correctly. Will need to fix before release. Set a milestone. Myself. Bug. Submit. Let's edit a label real quick. New label. Show objects. Effects. Show objects. Is it affects or effects? I think it's effects, but I think it might be affects now. Let's go here. Show objects. I'm gonna start doing that. I picked up at work, we use Jira at work in some things, and they have a part in Jira, and this might switch over just so I can get my hands wet in Jira more. And it might be a little bit easier, or I might end up just taking all of these to a Notion doc and I can do all this awesome things with it. But I like being able to sync the two, so I don't know. This is all up in the air and what I like to do with the organization wise. But what I noticed is in our Notion doc, in our Jira at work, we have like a thing that's like what it affects. So what part of the app does it affect? And so that's what was the point of adding in that show object label. Okay. Cool. So I'll get that fixed at some point. I don't think that's like a priority right now at this very second to just drop exactly what I'm working on doing. So what I'm trying to do is get the max number of buttons across. That looks good. So I think what I also am going to end up doing is, and I'm only working with one view. I'll have to work on it again, another one. What I'll probably end up doing is actually checking for vertical and horizontal, just because you need the right combo to get the right number across, and it helps you to get it helps me as the developer get a better picture of what I'm actually looking at doing. So let's also do vertical size classes. Compact devices. Regular devices. So vertical size, I don't know what the vertical size compact is right now, but we'll figure it out at some point. Okay, so here, right now we're just returning 1, 1, 5, and 5, just because like there's no point in doing that yet, just because and making this dynamic so that I can figure out like what is vertical, what is horizontal versus what is compact versus what is vertical. No, regular. Wow, this is hard for me to talk today. So we have return 1 to 1, 5 to 5. Okay, so set palette buttons. That's really where it's important. Oops. Okay, so what we're gonna do is so I understood why I was breaking up twice, but I think that's just gonna be redundant. I don't think I need that. Because we're just like, if it's compact or if it's regular. And it should be the same in both. So case.compact, what do we want to do here? We want to say, so then it needs to be based off the size of the button then. Switch on. Oh, but I don't have, oh, button size. Well, but that only helps when adding a button. No, the button sizes are going to be are not stored per button. Okay. So we'll switch on. Okay, so then we have to switch on button size grew palette. Small. Yeah, because you can have different button sizes for different things. So well, int get palette buttons across. Return 1. Return 5. Oh, well, that makes things easy, I guess. So we'll do one. Right? Or does it, oh, it's an index, so we'll do 0. Sorry. I wish there was an option to add like a documentation. Is there not? Can I? Let's see. I know that there is. It's fine. I don't necessarily need it. It would just be nice to mark some things. And if you go through the source code, you can actually find out. Like I love commenting my code and saying what it's for and what it's not for. So, okay. So button palettes across. I think I'm setting myself up for a little bit of failure here, but let's just worry about getting it working, and then we can go from there. Cool. So, but return 1, 5. I said I had it written down up to how many. So with a small, I think we can get 5. So 0 is small, 1 is medium. So medium, I think we can probably get 4. Large, I still want 1 and 1. Let's see. I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're gonna see how this goes. And it's gonna be these bottom buttons down there once we launch. So that should be 4 across, and that's why it's being all weird. I think because I believe those are mediums right now anyway. Back. Show settings. Palettes, yeah. So, I mean, I still need to add in some like logic that says, hey, if it's a medium, but it only has 1 button across, like we don't change the buttons across. Yeah, because right now it's not. All right, I mean, it's working like I expected it to, where it gave me 1 across, like it went from 4 to 1. So now if, so in here, if palette across, button across palette is less than 5, we want to return buttons across palette. Else, I mean, I really don't need an else in here actually, because if it returns, it just returns. Like it's not gonna. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. This will be 4, and this will be 1. Let's just clean that up just a little bit more. Okay. Great. And then let's make these if it's less than 4. Less than or equal to 4. Oh, wow. No programming language that I know puts the equal sign after, right? Oh, shit. I think that's right. Now I'm gonna look like a dumbass. Sorry, excuse my language. Oh, okay, great. Oh, well, if I only need it to be 1, what does it matter? Cool. And it listened. So now we only have 1. Whereas if we do here, go back to, oops, show settings and change that to 2. Awesome. And I'm going to change it to 4 real quick, just to see how that looks, since that's what I said the max would be. Probably the max needs to be 3 then, with medium. Medium. Large. Extra large. Okay. I think that works. Oh, I would change that to 3, right? 3. 3. Let's run it, build it again. Just boom, boom, boom. Of course, then this kind of has to go for the group as well. Which, I mean, I don't know why I can't just toss them together at the same time. That looks way better. Like the spacing is just like right there. Awesome. Sweet. I mean, that's just way better. It makes my life happy. All right, let's apply the same thing to the group. I guess it's just because it's easier to it's easier to keep them separate, but whatever I change, like it's easier in my case to here. And because of how, okay, we'll just, it's fine. Just stop over justifying it. If people want to come in and help you make it cleaner, they can. That's why it's open source, Megan. Okay. I know it's buttons across. Get group buttons across. Okay, and then we're gonna switch we're just gonna change these things out. Group. Is it just button size group? I think so. I have the tendency of liking to overthink things, which is why it took me an hour to figure this out. Okay, so the issue is that it's still, well, is it an issue or is it how it's supposed to be? I have it set to 1. Cool. But 5 as small is no bueno. So we'll just do 4. That should be fine. That should be better. That's okay. I'm figuring things out, guys. Which means it should also be 4 here. Yeah, great. Okay. Awesome. And you know what I'm gonna do instead of this is inside, I should have my constants. I have this whole file of just constants. I love using a constants file for my stuff. It just makes it a lot easier because then if I just change like that number right there that I just changed, I could have just changed it in this constants file and like it updates everywhere rather than just in the like different switch cases that I use it in. So let's do this. Oh, whoops. / mark but max buttons across. Let small buttons, small MPA. Nope. And the part of naming these is it has to be where I can actually like, they can search for it really well, or I can search for it really well in Xcode, because if I don't have it that way, it won't be, it's no bueno. Because like if I just start typing in small, then I'll start getting like these options for the small. If I type in buttons, then I'll get this. Like it just makes it easier for the it makes it easier for the autocomplete for me. That way, if I forget what exactly something's called, it's just a little bit easier. Y'all ever put on caps and then continue to hold the shift button down the entire time? Because I do that all the time. And then sometimes it's like, okay, then what's the point of even putting caps on? Like, there is no point in putting caps on because I just don't use it. Okay, and let's go swap these out real quick with what they're supposed to be. Small max. And what error is, I mean, what issue number is that? There we go. Issue number 16. Okay, so issue number 16, this all works. Palettes and groups have max values set for buttons across when horizontal. Commit, 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 commit. Great. And we'll just do a push real quick. I'm probably not gonna get my stand hour this week. That's totes fine. Let's do. I think that's the best thing to do, is to do. Playback objects. Let's add a scene. That is add the list. Apple Card. I have not spent enough to make the daily cash even worth it to be like, oh, I will get this. Oh. Okay, so let's do a... We're basically just going to replicate what I did here on the right over here to what I'm going to do on the left. Fuck. Get max buttons. You know what? I am so lazy right now. Why am I gonna retype all of this when I'm just gonna copy, paste, get list. So the first index is list. Second index is scenes. Is scene. And let's see. We need this for shoresies. All right. So let's do this. Switch on button size of everywhere that says palette right now, it needs to say scene. And we're gonna rename to scene. Oh, switch buttons across scene. And then here, first off, let's rename this. Get list button. Oh no. Get list button across, buttons across, and everywhere it says group, we're gonna change that to scene. I mean to list now. Oh, and I missed. Why does that happen? And I missed here. List. Oh. Scene. Okay, so we have scenes, list, scene, list, great. So let's go and now make it objects button across. Nope, we want to do get max button size at 0. And at 1. And then we go back. New show. Hey, we have one here. I'm guessing that's what I have it set to. Show settings. Nope. Lists are 3 and with a small of size. I might have messed something up also though. Okay. Let's hit back. Sorry, I'm distracted now by we're sticker shock. Everywhere is sticker shock right now of that price. Okay, so we have large. Large should just be 1. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Okay, but why is there not 3 across here? That is the question. I do not know why there is not 3 across. There should be. So we have get list buttons across, get scene buttons across. That gives us this. Max button size at 0. Across list, less than medium max, buttons across. Should be 3. I don't know, guys. I don't know, y'all. Because it does not make sense whatsoever. Like, is it just not taking it correctly? Buttons across list is 3 there. Sorry, I'm just trying to, like, figure out, like, why is that not 3? We go to get max button size at 0. Which should be list buttons across. Large, extra large. Which matters but doesn't matter at the same time. Size list. Oh, I don't have a, oh no, I have a button size scene. Print. Buttons across scene. Oops. Scene buttons. List buttons. Buttons across list. Let's see what they are. New show, go here. So it says 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3, which is great. But why is it so many? Small, media. Okay, but is it scenes even listening? No, that's listening. Okay, so I bet it's something with the buttons across list. Oh, it's because it shouldn't be buttons across list. It should be button scene, button size. Duh. I was like, this doesn't make sense. That should fix it. Ah ha ha. It works. Cool. Issue number 16 is done. We're gonna go ahead and push that. I'm gonna closing issue. Great. Slowly but surely, these are getting better. I don't know. I just sure. What else do I need? Functionality, haptic feedback at some point, game controller, max width, that doesn't matter. That's like real low priority. Low priority. Right. Okay. Like I can go, so low priority, I can go to beta without it being there. That's also another one. I can go to beta without it being there. I mean, obviously I want it in there because I have the option still. What's in my playback panel? I have to figure out master math. Okay, so this one is like medium priority. Game controller support. Let's take off low. Medium. I don't really care about the closed. Okay, so I think the next thing I need to do is playback panel. Current. Oops. In progress. Issue that I'm currently working on. Okay. That one. Playback panel. Medium nope, not medium priority. Show object current. Where'd it go? Did I not save it? Oh, in progress. That's what I called it. Duh. Okay. So playback panel. Figure out master math for masters. Okay. Playback. Vertical slider. Horizontal slide. Is there going to be a different? Yes, there is. There has to be. Because you have X and Y. Okay. So the first thing I need to do is actually... I go into iHog here. Playback. We have these faders. And that's what I need to adjust right now is figure out. Right now it looks like their fader level is down at 110. Is minimum 110. Negative 110 is max. We are going to keep working. I think I got my stand hour. Hopefully I got, yes, I got my stand hour during that time, it looks like, which is great. I love getting my stand hours. Okay, so let's keep going with this and let's see. What can we do? Everything. Okay, so basically what I need to do, so this is setting the fader level. So basically the console receives a 0. Okay, so that's easy. This will be the part where it's not. I'm just like, meh, I don't know how to do this math. I mean, basically it is from 0 to 100. Like we go up from 110 to 0, and then from 0 to 110. Well, okay, so we have a state variable for this. What I need though, well, we have a state variable for the fader level, right? Sorry, I'm trying to think, and thinking out loud isn't helping me right now. Thinking in my head nothing's helping me. So we know, obviously I didn't answer any of this. It's fine. State variable or fader level. Fader at -110 equals 0%. Fader at 110 at +110 equals 100%. Fader at 0, wow, should equal 50%. So if I mean, basically from -110 if new value equals 0.0, oh wait, hold on, why am I, fader level equals 0.0, duh. Send OSC for 128. Okay, so basically these are just checking, like if you scroll over, then we're just gonna keep making it or just gonna say if you scroll over, like if you just bring that straight up and it goes past 110, then it just is max. So now if it's at half, then it's at half, obviously. So basically I need to figure out how to scale from -110 to 0 to -1. How to scale -110 to 0, or to -1 to be 0% to 49%, which is going to be actually from 0 to 127 is what I need to send it out. I feel like there's a way to do this over math, like by pen and paper. But I don't know. And I have some pen and I have some paper. Okay, so we have negative 110 to 0 to positive 110. So we want... So really what I should be... I mean, I really feel like there should be a way to figure this out, but I don't know how. So 1 is going to be 127. And then, equals negative 1 over negative 110. Right? Yeah, because... No. 127 over 255. Yeah. Okay. I'm getting there. So basically, like, on my paper, what I have written is negative 1 over negative 110. No. Yeah. Equals equals 127 over 255. So that's what I have written down. So basically, how do we get from negative 110 to 255? Like, what do we need? Like, what is our proportion ratio there? Can I just add both numbers? Like, 255 minus 110. Or plus 110. Okay, that's 365. Negative 1 plus 365 is 364. That doesn't make sense. This is just no bueno and no fun. This is just not happy whatsoever. Okay, maths. Negative 1 equals 255. What if we... I mean, basically, I just needed to get from 0 to 127. From negative 110 to negative 1 equals 127 to equals 0 to 127. I mean, does it really... I might need to actually take a break. Like a break. Okay, oh, don't pop up over here, just, I'm like having a real hard time focusing because this is like a really hard math problem right now for me. I don't know why it's so hard, but I'm having issues with it. We go -1 to 127. See, it's because it's a fixed amount, so I can't just be like, oh, let's figure it out. Let's see if a number sheet will help me. It might. Blank. Okay, so we're gonna do this. One negative, well, actually, let's just do one. Whoops. Oops, 105. So I think this is going to help me at least see what numbers I need to send. Zero, two, 1, 2. Well, I know it's not just a 1-to-1. What's 110 divided by 255? Or is it 255 times, oops, divided by 110? 2.318. $2.318. 109 times 2.318. Equals that times 2.318. $255 equals that divided by that. Equals, whoops, what's that? Equals that times 2.318. Times, I mean, 1.8. Sure. Okay, we're never gonna get close enough. So let's see if I drag this down now. So as we, where's 0? Okay, so 127 is actually like 55. See, and 0 is 0. That's not what. See, this is where it makes it a bit harder for me, is because it doesn't make sense what's happening here. Math wise. Yay, math. Okay, hold on. Sorry. I think I'm making this harder than it has to be, which is not surprising. Because the center of the object is where the 0 is. If I know I need 255 to 128, so this has to equal 128. And this has to equal 0. Like, I already know I'm gonna have to do different maths. Okay, so how many values are actually between, since there's 110 values. Okay. Because, like, I can already say, like, once it's 110, like, we're just going to send out 255. Once it's 0, we're just going to send out, once it's 0, we're just going to send out 0. No. Yeah, no. Once it's, so 110 minus 110, 0 point, okay, yeah. So one, I mean, because that's already stuck, so that's fine. $2.33. Well, and then it's like an exponential, like, curve down. Um, 255 minus 127 is 128. Okay, so because I just divided it by 2. Okay, so we have 127.5, and that needs to be 1.159. Nope. That's not at all. At least I don't think it is. Is it? It's probably not. See, like, if I just had 222 minus 1, 2, so that's 110 values. There's 110 values. All right, I think I'm gonna have to table this for now. I need, like, a break from, like, cancel, just like this. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for sticking around. Make sure to hit that like button, hit subscribe, do all the things on YouTube, subscribe, like button, comment, do whatever. Later today I'll post the recap that is a little bit shorter, just to take out some of those breaks that I took, stuff like that. And again, thanks for watching. Bye.